Hi guys, nice to be together again. Um, Sitting out here in the sun at the Emerentia Dam. It's lovely to be out in the open again and experience some nice fresh air. We are living in hard and dangerous times at the moment with this COVID. As I said last time I was on, me and my family just recovered from it, and for me it was an awful experience. Man down 14 days, terrible, awful. But anyway, I can thank God that I'm much better now and can enjoy a bit of sunshine, and um, let's keep safe out there, people, and keep our masks on, keep our distance, keep sanitizing. We've got some very dangerous strains going around our country. I see in Gauteng the stats with 37% casualty rates. We haven't heard that. That's terrible. That's awful. And it's not always the older people, it's the younger people too. And I just pray to God that this will eventually just dissipate. But we always know diseases are going to be around. We just have to have our vaccines and carry on living. But it's hard and it's sad. But anyway, we're here at the Emerentia Dam. And Emerentia actually in the Roman terms means fish. This place was bought in 1886 by Lawrence Geldenhuys, and it was on a gold belt, and he thought there was gold that ran through this area, but when he bought the place he found out that there was no gold. So shame for him. Oh, terrible. But anyway, just after the Boer War in 1902 they built the dam, and they used a lot of local people to give them work. And the dam wall apparently was built by the rocks that come from behind me, the Melville Koppies, the Melville Hills. And see, about 10 years ago they redid the whole thing because I think it was crumbling. But this dam has indigenous fish, which are your tilapia, um, your kerper, which is the natural name that we know them by. It has the indigenous little guppies, tiny little transparent fish. It has catfish, which is indigenous. What else does it have? I think it has barbel as well. Barbel, the sucker fish, which I've never really caught in this dam. As little kids, we used to come here and fish a lot, and especially fish for the tilapia that used to congregate under the willow trees. It used to be a lovely place to come to. It's very nice and neat now, but in the old days it was pretty wild. I mean, the mountains behind us had baboons and vervet monkeys and mongoose and things running around, so it's quite wild. A bit too wild at places. You had to be very careful, not of animals, but of strange people. But no, this place has been going for a long time. It's a nice place to come to. The dam's about, I'd say, 800 meters in length, 400 meters in width. It gets quite deep, but it has an inlet from the Braamfontein-Spruit. It flows into the dam. The water comes through built-up areas, sub-built-up areas, the town. Sometimes gets a lot of effluent in it from blocked drainages, blocked sewage, which is a huge problem. Never used to happen before, but unfortunately management just cannot maintain things properly in our municipalities, and so that's killed off a lot of natural invertebrates, natural water living species, aquatic species. We get lovely birds, still nice Egyptian geese and hardy-dars, which is your glossy starlings, the dabjacks that live on the water. There are a lot of frogs, a lot of crabs and that invertebrates that live in the water, but nothing really substantial, nothing really that, that you can be proud to say that this is an ecosystem. It's long gone. That's long gone. We haven't, there's not, I've never really seen algae blooms in this water because there's always an inlet and there's an outlet. And I always say, you know, there has to be an inlet and an outlet. Some lakes over the world don't even have an inlet or outlet. They have springs coming from underneath, and that fills the dams, and then you have your evaporation. So, but as we do our water changes in our aquariums, I believe that's what we need to do, because that's a natural way of doing things. So the dams and ponds have to receive clean water, fresh water, mineral water, and it has to flow out again to get rid of the old water, because otherwise it stagnates and starts to smell and things just deteriorate. But let's go for a tiny walk around the dam and the river, and from here we'll go to another pond and see what that looks like. Okay. Okay, here we are. This is the river that flows in, the Bloemfontein Spruit. And it's, maybe you can't see the color, but I can see the color straight away. There's effluent in this water, most definitely. I can't smell it, but it's just not the right color. There's something in this water which is not nice. Looks pretty fresh, pretty little spot. Even this time of the year, it's flowing quite nicely. We had quite late rain, so I think that has kept it going quite nicely. But if you really look inside here, I can put a net in here and I won't be able to pick up anything. It's not dark or brackish or anything like that, but it's there's no life in here at all. It's just dead. There's not even much algae. There's obviously a certain type of algae, but there's nothing here. This is water that can't see a crab, I can't see a snail, I can't see anything inside this water. No, there's no life in this. There must be some type of invertebrates, but really, you can see the color. It's like got a milky look to it. Right, so this is the dam. Right at the end you can see the dam wall. The water's pretty nice and clear. I remember we used to swim in here, but it's you can't really swim in lakes and dams anymore, because you can pick up a bacteria which I think they call it E. coli bacteria, which I did get, and I ended up in hospital for a few days. Crabs, please don't ever eat crabs, freshwater crabs. They carry a bacteria which is very dangerous. Don't eat them, especially in this country. I'm not talking about crabs that you get in the ocean, but not South African crabs, not from dams. I'm not saying all of them have this bacteria, but I don't know what the name of it is, but it's very dangerous. As you can see here, there's a canoe coming. There's a lot of canoeing going on in the water in the dam, and we've had some famous canoeists, world famous canoeists actually, who have won many races and who have trained on this dam for decades. But there are no motorboats are allowed on here because of the spillage of petrol or whatever, or oil that they give off. But by moving the water through paddling, you are actually moving the water, and gases exchanges are taking place. So